Hello, guys. As we said before, our aim is to deal with the main themes that we will be discussing when analyzing the novel by Oscar Wilde, The Picture of Dorian Gray. But to do so, I just wanted you to start thinking about some of the main themes in relation to your personal life. So then we will talk about the novel in more detail. But starting from appearing and being, or the contrast between body versus soul, I was asking you to think of how important in modern society appearance and beauty are becoming. Most people now consider appearance as the main criterion in order to judge people, and most people also pursue this idea of being beautiful, of looking after their body rather than their soul. Well, this is something I would like you to discuss. Maybe you don't agree with it, but I would like you instead to think about some particular aspects of this theme. For example, the fact that we are influenced by the media in doing so, definitely. What emphasis is given to people's appearance, in your opinion, rather than to their skills? So, does our modern society give more importance to these values rather than the intelligence and the skills that people have? Thinking of jobs and careers, is it easier for people to make a career or to earn lots of money, depending on whether they belong to the show business? Say, for example, if they are footballers or wonderful women in shows, or on the other hand, if they are, say, researchers or people in the field of education. Is it true that there is a different attitude by society to people belonging to these two different groups? So I would like you to give your opinion about this, trying to find the supports to your ideas. Another theme I was suggesting that you should try to analyze was the contrast between youth and old age. So for example, one of the questions you might ask yourself in order to decide what your opinion is whether you agree that if you are young, you're happy, or if you are beautiful, you are also happy. Is it true that these two things, youth and beauty, are as essential for happiness? What else do you associate with the idea of youth and all and beauty? So, is it obvious for you then that old age is something negative? Can you think of anything positive connected with the idea of old age? And mainly, I would also like you as teenagers to think what's scares you thinking of old age. Is there anything you are concerned about, something you're afraid of when thinking of old age? And then lastly, when thinking about this, I would like you to think of the fact that there are so many sides, aspects of old age, but one of them is that people tend to avoid thinking about it or contrast it by, for example, resorting to some strategies and means that you can find easily in modern society. Can you mention some of the strategies that people can find to help them contrast old age? One more thing is life versus art. In particular, what I would like you to think about is the relationship between them. Is it art that normally imitates life, or is it the other way around? And can you give examples taken from modern society in which life imitates art? Just to give you a hint, for example, or a clue to what I mean, think of reality shows where there is a form of entertainment which can in some way be considered like art, but it all consists in the representation of real life, or something which would like to be like that. But is art generally a representation of life, or is it the other way around? So this is what I would like you to think about. Lastly, I was asking you if you know anything about the myth of Faust. This is what you will find in Wikipedia, apart from a video that I would suggest watching if you have some time. But this is the story of a man who makes a pact with the devil, and who exchanges his soul for unlimited knowledge and worldly pleasures. So he makes a pact to get knowledge, but in exchange for that he gives his soul. Yeah. So of course Faust is the prototype of the most ambitious person ever. And I would like you to think of any parallels in modern society, also thinking about yourself. Is there anything, for example, that you really want and you would do anything to get it? Now, these are the themes I wanted you to think about. So as a follow-up activity, I would like you to report back your ideas when you come back to school in relation to these themes, and we'll then see together what relationship there is between these themes and Oscar Wilde's work.